Okay. Oh, what time is it? It's like, what time did I? Look, it's almost 2 a.m. I'm completely fucking wired. Yeah, after what happened, yeah. All I want to say is thank you to the good guys because when the armed National Guard came up, right after the DCPD did this atrocious shit, I will talk about it, but I can cram it all in. That deserves a half an hour what those DCPD in the SUV did while I was stranded and could not get in a cab. That was totally on purpose. I realize it now, hours later, after I come down from all this living hell. Your brain slowly figures it out. Your brain calms down. I mean, this was fucking terrifying. What they did, what Donald Trump did with the DOJ is he sent in a raid. They weren't planning for me to go on the sidewalk, folks. Not at all. But there's so much combat that goes on in the houses and in that house that I was aware of before they came, that by the time they came, they had no backup. And I'm forbidden from talking about any of that shit, anything I witnessed in that fucking house. So by the time anyone films or sees the film, they see these cops that were really aggressive and then they stopped, like that. And then they were like, "Oh no, no, you don't have to get off go out here. Oh no, no, oh no, no, we're just gonna do a security check. Get all that crap. Just watch that crap because that's the intricacies of the combat that I've been in, where they wait for cues. That building behind these cops today, that apartment complex, they get cues from there. Oh, I know. I'll describe and I'll make it clear because I can finally talk about it, but not right away. I'm still off this stuff. And then they wait for cues with these creeps that are like on the roof. I've witnessed massive shit like that. Just anywhere they'll be in a room in one of these conjunct houses by the window. When Brian Cass first came, he was totally working with the cartel right next door, and they did stuff and things like that too. So there's so much to describe and explain, which I'm a full-on witness to. So, but I'm still right now forbidden. So the Mexican cartel on 1507, really, really, really gory, brutal, gruesome, fucking psychos. Okay, they work with Donald Trump with the Arabic Muslim terrorists, and they're just convinced because they have the White House that they're taking over the world, and they have all these cops that believe they're doing it too. Wait till they realize, these cops and these National Guard, wait till they realize they don't have their overthrow. Just watch how bad it's going to get. Okay, so at the point in time when I filmed those two male National Guard walking, National Guard has never walked in front of that house until today. And they waited for the DCPD, and then presto, there was the male and the female, and right behind them was the two males. The two males were rather dangerous. And right before them, and right after the two had split and taken off from us, they were like 2 minutes ahead of the two males that were rather dangerous. One of my heroes came over and just blasted loud, massively intense. You couldn't hear anything. You didn't know what was going on. Really loud helicopter practically right over all of our heads. And then once that happened and they flew off, the heroes flew off, Jesus told me, walk right up and film those National Guard men. And so you see me on film going, I'm going to film them. Well, I already knew to. But I can't be on film saying, Jesus is telling me to film them. I'm trying to be cool here and be calm and collected. I mean, come on, I'm going to stand there in front of armed military and say, Jesus is telling me to film them. No, but I knew to, and I knew why, because the good guys had flown over it. So I'm stuck there on the street for 2 hours. Uber robbed me, and you know how Uber did it? They took the ride, they made me wait there. And then they both waited till they were both on the corner. One was on the corner of S and 15th, the other one was on the corner of S and 16th. I watched them both on the map, and then they dropped it. And they charged me. I was out $160 standing on the corner for almost 3 hours. And while I'm standing in front of that house with these cats that are military cats, they don't want those cats leaving the house. They wanted those cats. The cops today that came were supposed to arrest me or open fire on me. Oh, 100%, because I know what's going on before, right? And you see what's going on after with the helicopters. But it failed because of these guys, these war hero guys that I need to talk to. And I'm just waiting because I witnessed way too much for 6 entire years to not get together with this group of soldiers that protected my life and engaged in combat while I was in the house. It's illegal. They know they have to talk to me. It's just a matter of time when it's secure, and then they will. Okay, so it was stunning. Today was stunning. So I was stuck out there, and anything could have happened to me with live fire, with bullets. And that's why the helicopter guys came as soon as those bastard National Guard never walked down the street. But today, Donald Trump and the DOJ declared war on the House. They're taking it over. And all they accomplished was going on film in a terrorist cell. And God help every single person on those videos. Only God can save them. And then Donald Trump sent up his National Guard, which never come up here, to patrol the street. And then that was in sync with, at the same time, well, actually like a minute or two after, the DCPD fully fucking intimidated me as I was standing on the sidewalk. Like, these dudes in the DCPD, they don't want me to ever forget them. They made sure that I would never forget what either one of those men looked like. I sure won't. Tell you the age, tell you basically everything except where their mama lives. But Jesus can tell me where their mama lives. You know, I can do that. I need the people out there to know that I can do that. So Donald Trump, that really failed, all right? It really failed. But nonetheless, I'm really traumatized, and I'm in bed now. But I can't talk about where I am. I can't talk about if I'm in the bed. I can't talk about anything, okay? And, I went way past 14 minutes. So this will never upload on YouTube. And this will never upload on Instagram at the rate that we are going. I don't know when this will upload. But before I go to sleep, I have to thank the war heroes for getting me out, not only of the house alive, but off that street alive. No, I'm serious. It was 4 cabs. No matter what, I could not get a cab to pick me up. And Uber made sure that they took the ride, showed up, and then took off with my money, which was premeditated because I was out. $160 entire dollars is processing in my bank. I can't get the money back. They took my money and left me on the sidewalk with half the money that I had. This shit is so wicked. I wasn't supposed to leave the fucking front of the house. And that's what Jesus kept telling me over and over and over again. You can't be leaving here. You can't be leaving with the cats. If they get you on the sidewalk, if it doesn't work with their fake raids, their fake arrests, their mental health, name it, everything they can bring into the house, they're not going to let you get off that sidewalk. And that's when the helicopters came. It was fucking loco. I could not get off the sidewalk. So they did everything they could. But I was physically supposed to end up dead before I ever fucking left that city. And I was not supposed to get off the sidewalk. So then they panicked. The Trump, the Pentagon, the DOJ, all this sort of individuals, they panicked, and they kept purposely taking my money out of Uber and purposely canceling all my cabs. They wanted to take all my money, hoping I couldn't afford the 4th cab 4 cabs later. These people are so evil in our United States government. Only God can save them, okay? But I need to, and in our military and that police force in Washington, D.C., those two in that SUV, they wanted me to never forget them, and I don't. I will never forget. Your faces are burning in my memory, and you will get everything you deserve, DCPD. Mark my words. But I want to thank the heroes because of these kind of armed and dangerous men on the sidewalk, and who knows where else, in the cars, and who knows where else, making it so I literally was able, after 4 cabs later, to get into the 4th cab and finally get out of that fucking city. Okay, which was what Jesus said. He said, put it online right now. You're getting out of the Capitol. Put it online. I had no idea how hacked my equipment would be by the time I got away, but it's impossible to use. Okay, thank you, war heroes. I owe you my life. Goodbye.